I think the best role for Cloud Inc. in the development of the fantasy genre, especially on the internet, is to try and create a unique, compelling voice and commentary on social issues, on literature issues, on especially fantasy issues. We need to examine and ask people to come and see what we have to say, and how does our voices stack up to some of the larger voices out there, and are they really very different? The other thing that's happening with the publishing world, of course, it's well known everywhere that the publishing industry is going through a massive shake-up in organisation, especially in the major houses that you'll find in the US and the UK. What this means for fantasy in the US and the UK is that there's no one answer. There's no one place to go to get decent literature, and this is why you're beginning to see the massive publishers losing ground to a lot of self-published authors, which in turn has given rise to organisations such as Cloud Inc., who want to do things their own way on their own terms, while still creating pieces of work that are still every bit as compelling and groundbreaking and worthy as those of the large publishers. And fantasy within that has a large, or certainly a lot of groundbreaking role to do, because there's so much literature, fantasy literature, being consumed, that the conversation can naturally move over into how fantasy publishers and small fantasy publishers can indeed shape the industry. Fantasy is the second largest market after romance, and that means that if you can command or create a compelling conversation, you can become an industry leader no matter your size.